Right, welcome back, and we now cross over live to the newsroom where Wahiga Mora is standing by, the awesome Wahiga, with what has been happening on social media platforms. Wahiga.
Thank you very much. The very cantankerous Hussein Mohammed. Happy New Month. Okay, well, I can't hear you too well, but I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
There you go, loud and clear. So let's get started. It was a big day in Uganda, nomination day, and the hashtag was Uganda Decides. Of course, the hashtag started in Uganda, came over to Kenya. And what I can say, Hussein, is that Ugandans campaign in style. Outrider motorbikes were the order of the day here. Of course, these bikers were part of the Kaguta Museveni convoy. We also take a look at the next picture where you can see the campaigns were also conducted in vintage vehicles. You've got the VWs there, all different types. I don't know if you remember some of those cars from your younger days.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, you're betraying your age. We carry on swiftly, where Uganda Decides as well. There was a few free offers in the course of the day, and someone said that even Obama came for free fuel. Of course, it's not Obama, His Excellency the President, rather a motorbike nicknamed Obama. So that was one of the funny pictures that stood out. The next one, I also like this one as well. Uganda Decides, the creativity is amazing. Sebo earring.
That is Sebo.
How?
Yeah.
I tried to examine that picture to confirm the validity. I'm not very sure. It looks a bit photoshopped. Yeah. But nevertheless, well done. I certainly hope we will see such flair when our time comes. Hashtag Kenya Decides. Okay. And of course that everything will be peaceful as well. We remember also it was Tanzania Decides. Tanzania have decided. Hussein, what is that on your screen? What do you think that stands for?
That's a very dangerous question to ask me. But
well, some creativity, and I actually consulted Kendago Obadia, who spent 2 months there on this. John Pombe Magufuli, His Excellency the President. Exactly. Of course, so that's a bit of creativity by, I'm guessing this is Tanzanians on social media. And we move on to another way in which some people were predicting who was going to win and who was going to lose in that race. This is two batteries. One is Magufuli, and the second one is Lowassa. So you can see hata majina yao yanajieleza. Okay. So there we go, loud and clear. That's what happened in Uganda and Tanzania. Now we cross over to Zimbabwe, where a powerful Zimbabwean group wants Mugabe to rule from a wheelchair. They are saying that it doesn't matter what you say about his health, they don't need an athlete to lead their country. Right. Wow. Why? I can say if you're looking for loyalty in politics, Zimbabwe is a real example. Now, this was another interesting proposition by Kibra Member of Parliament Ken Okoth. He asked Kenyans on Twitter, I'm working on a proposal for Kenya to legalize marijuana. Which of the following do you support? Hussein, which one would you have clicked there? I don't know why you have to ask me that. None of the above? If it will help for medical use, I mean, it's allowed. Okay. But Ken Okoth has been a bit quiet about this. I wish I could see your face at the moment. I'd have loved to see your expression as you answered. But you've probably hidden your real emotions right now. So let's take a look at what Kenyans on Twitter responded to the Kibra Member of Parliament in regards to the same. There's a gentleman here called Jeremy Witty. He said medical marijuana in Kenya would be a progressive move, putting the country on the continental map for health tourism. That's his opinion. Anto Mido says, ditch the bang idea. So he equates marijuana to bang. Legislate on radiation use laws in Kenya to benefit cancer patients, like in India. A second opinion there. COUG, this must be an Arsenal fan saying, Ken Okoth for president. After this proposal, I don't know how many votes he would get in regards to this alone. And finally, one last quick tweet here. This might be of interest to you, Stephanie Akech, referring to an incident where a lady overdosed on heroin and some want to weaken the legal tool that court has applied. So, of course, mixed views on that proposal to legalize medical marijuana. Now, we normally like to have a good time here on Trends, and today we are looking at some of the fruits of devolution, before devolution, and after. And I don't know if anything stands out in the before, the door behind him. And I don't know what he'll do. And the belt and the shoes, the makings of a great senator. And then, of course, is a picture after devolution. We'll leave it. I'm sure he's watching. Yeah, we promise to show him that when he comes here again. To see. Great, great. So we'll keep that saved up for that. And of course, moving further afield, Russian President Vladimir Putin, never far from the headlines. This one He was fueling his 1300cc car. What say you?
If that is what he uses, which I doubt.
That's a good question. Is he going to use it after that, or was that simply for show? You know, part of presidency sometimes does require you to show yourself in different situations just to appeal to the audience or those at home. Now, a rather interesting article here from a Dubai newspaper. It's asking a question. It's either me or WhatsApp. A couple, they've been married for 10 years, and the wife tells the husband, either delete WhatsApp or I leave you.
The problem you're having at home, isn't it?
And the man said, I am not deleting my WhatsApp, and 30 days later they were in court.
Okay.
Statistics actually indicating that 50% of marital problems now have something to do with social media. So that's some food for thought. If you didn't know, now you know. And of course, we wind up with, always with a crazy video or an interesting video, and this one is about how the situation at Chelsea Football Club has become so bad.
Yeah, it's good you brought up that.
Opposition, oh, you agree with that?
Yeah.
That Honorable Raila Odinga actually commented on the same today. I want you to have a listen to what he had to say, and you'll tell me later if you agreed with him. This is exclusive on Citizen TV.
Okay.
Usually when the team loses, the focus is not on the team, but on the coach. Like you can see, Mourinho is not having some very... Usually when the team loses, the focus is not on the team, but on the coach. Like you can see, Mourinho is not having some very...
Well, I know you're not a Chelsea fan. Do you agree with him?
No, I'm actually happy after what happened over the weekend.
Yes.
Some sweet revenge.
Oh, yes,
I reminded you actually a few years back when Mourinho was holding the ball away from Gerrard, and Gerrard was almost crying. It's sweet revenge. But anyway,
that's right, Hussein.
I don't know who to blame, the coach or the players, but I think the personality of Mourinho brought this. I mean, he brought this on himself. Because of his personality.
That's right, Hussein. Thank you so much. I'm being told to wind up in my earpiece. I have many comments, but I'll reserve them for another day. I'll allow you to gracefully wind up the rest of the big question. Thanks, Hussein.
I will thank you for that, Wahid Gamora. As always, we'll join him next week. God willing, let's take a look at your feedback as we wind up now. What did you say on Twitter? We are asking you tonight whether NCIC is doing enough to fight hate speech. Right, Wamugure Gatenjo, we have to start now to deal with hate speech. Otherwise, we're not going the right way, and the election is only 2 years away. We have Hilary Maina, NCIC does not work alone. I blame the judiciary. Cases take too long to conclude. Chess Titans, NCIC needs political goodwill from both opposition, civil society, and the executive. And Albert Kigada, I don't think that commission has teeth, otherwise politicians would not be joking around with hate speech. On 22422, Mark Nyukuli in Nakuru says, in Kenya, jail is for the common man, while senior ones go scot-free, no matter what crime they make. Somebody says, SSM in Nairobi, says, please, let's not blame NCIC. Hate speech is a clip clearly captured. They are played every time, including at Citizen TV. This, to me and other ordinary Kenyans, is sufficient evidence. What further investigations does the court require, Hussein? And Nyangasi Hari in Mombasa says, disband the NCIC and let the police take full responsibility, that is, investigate and arrest and prosecute to avoid blame games that we are being subjected to. Thank you, as always, for your feedback and for watching The Big Question. I'm Hussein Mohammed. Have a good night.